Agents, can you hear me? Are you there? Come in, agents. Oh, good. It's working. Hello, agents. I'm Agent Kudakuma, or Adam Kuda, the Community Marketing Specialist from Shell Games. I'm here with a special message direct from HQ. We know that you have questions. Hopefully, I'll be able to provide some answers for you. My mission is to open the lid on all the confidential information that you're dying to know. Well, maybe not all of it. I've gathered a number of your top questions, or most frequently asked questions, and I'm gonna answer them in no particular order. None. Not at all. No order whatsoever. No fancy order. Just random. Totally random. Shall we get started? 18. Will we get new intel or a new trailer? Well, the game comes out on August 24th, which isn't too much further away from now, so short answer, no. Instead of a trailer, you guys are getting this video. Is it new gameplay? No, but hopefully it's enough information to keep you guys hyped without giving too many surprises away. Though there might be some surprises to unmask. 9. Will Hive Mind return? If you don't know, Hive Mind is an enemy that's encountered in the original I Expect You to Die's mission Seat of Power. Not to drone on about him, but he seems to have pollinated into the hearts and minds of many of our agents and become something of a fan favorite. So, will he return? Not this time. But we hope that you'll fall in love with some of the other wonderful characters that are being introduced in I Expect You to Die 2. For example, John Juniper, celebrity extraordinaire who's voiced by the awesome Wil Wheaton. 14. How many levels are there? And will there be DLC like last time? I Expect You to Die 2 will launch with 6 missions that tell a complete and cinematic story. The first I Expect You to Die launched 3 DLC missions: First Class, Seat of Power, and Death Engine. So naturally, you guys are curious if there's going to be more for I Expect You to Die 2. At this time, we aren't planning any DLC missions for I Expect You to Die 2. But I don't want you to think that that means that you shouldn't expect more I Expect You to Die content in the future, because that is definitely something that we're looking into. 7. Do I have to play I Expect You to Die to understand I Expect You to Die 2? Not at all. New recruits are equally fit to take on these new missions with no previous intel required. We'll offer full telekinesis training and control tutorials. You'll be introduced to the new characters and plot elements as you go through the story, and it will be a completely brand new experience. Veteran agents may pick up on some Easter eggs and fun references, but new recruits are totally eligible and able to play without that. 20. Why isn't it named I Expect You to Die? You'd be surprised how many times we get this question, and big shout out to those who came up with it because it's a really clever play on the title. So awesome job. It is something we definitely considered, but there are a couple reasons why we didn't go this route. First off, we felt that adding a numeral helps us in going forward as the franchise continues. For example, how does a 3 or a 4 fit into that naming convention? Sticking a numeral and a subtitle on just makes it easier for the longevity of the franchise. Additionally, how do you differentiate between I Expect You to Die and I Expect You to Die when you're saying it out loud, like vocally? What's the difference? So when people are talking about the first game, I Expect You to Die, we didn't want people to get confused that they were talking about I Expect You to Die, the sequel. It's hard to distinguish, right? These are all weird things that we have to think about when naming a game. Of course, if you do decide to type it out as IEY2D, or I Expect You to Die, we'll totally know what you're talking about, so feel free. 8. Will the soundtrack be available on Spotify? Can we just talk for like a brief second about how amazing Puddle's Pity Party is on that song? Like, whoa! Oh man, so good! Yes, I can totally understand why you guys want to listen to this on Spotify. I may or may not currently listen to that on repeat on YouTube. So the answer is yes, you are totally in luck, and we are planning to bring the song to Spotify. Coming soon. 5. What headsets can I use to play the game? On Steam VR, we can support Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift and S, and the HP Reverb G2. Through Oculus, we'll be able to support Oculus Rift, Rift S, and Oculus Quest and Quest 2. And of course, PlayStation VR headsets will be able to be played through PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. 2. Is this a seated experience, or can we move around? Just like the first game, it's a seated experience. We want everyone to be able to become a super spy and save the world. So, the game was built with accessibility in mind. Fun fact, the game can even be completed with just one hand. 5. What differences can I expect from I Expect You to Die and I Expect You to Die 2? We know how much you guys loved your missions in I Expect You to Die, so don't expect any major crazy reworks. Instead, we're giving you more food to eat, more interactable objects, more character presence, more wearable items, just more. There was a huge emphasis this time around for story, so you're going to prepare yourself for a cinematic experience where you are the star. On top of this, we've also added 3 save slots. We know how much you guys love sharing your missions with other and new agents, and this way you guys can all progress through the game at your own pace with your own separate save files. 12. Where can I buy the game? I Expect You to Die 2 will be available on Steam VR, Oculus Rift and Oculus Quest stores, and the PlayStation Store for PlayStation VR. Currently, before launch, agents can pre-order the game at a 10% discount on Oculus Quest and the PlayStation Store if you're a PlayStation Plus member. The game will be $24.99 at launch across all storefronts. A lot of you have asked if pre-orders are going to become available for Steam. Unfortunately, Steam does not usually do pre-orders except for very rare cases. So, I'm afraid that you'll have to wait until August 24th when the game launches. Though, I do recommend you add it to your wish list in the meantime. 12. What can I do while I wait for August 24th? I'm so glad you asked, Agent. We actually have a super amazing Discord community for our I Expect You to Die players. You can join using this link right down here. On top of that, you can count on finding more information and screenshots on the official I Expect You to Die website, which is also listed right here. Now, those were just the top questions that we noticed you guys asking quite a bit. If you have more, feel free to join our Discord. There are tons of agents that might be able to help you out, and me. I'm also there too. I highly recommend that you join so you can experience more puzzles, more conversation, and more hype. Thanks again for watching. Feel free to add more questions over on our Discord or even down below in the comments. Good luck. Stay sharp. Agent Kurukuma, signing off.